Welcome, friends! This video talks about our opening weekend experience at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Disneyland.
When are you going to alert us?
You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I have one job and I'm going to do it.
25 seconds? Yeah. I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared. Come on. Breathe, breathe.
Right at 7.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Once your boarding group is called, you have about 1 hour to return. Head to Toon Town and show a cast member your boarding pass. Remember, be prepared for unpredictability. Just like with Rise of the Resistance, trackless rides like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway require quite a bit of work to get them rebooted when things break down. Because of this, if you have a boarding group, especially one over about group 50, you need to be prepared for the possibility that you won't ride until later in the day and possibly not at all. Getting a boarding group does not guarantee that you will get on the ride. Keep this in mind. Our experience with boarding groups in a nutshell. The first day, we got boarding group number 44 and it got called around 11 a.m. We walked right through the entire queue, slowly by choice, and it took us about 15 to 20 minutes. The next day, we got boarding group 54 and it didn't get called to board until about 5:30 p.m. Boarding group callback times are very dependent upon how many people purchase lightning lanes, as well as if the ride breaks down during points throughout the day. The second day, even after all the very delayed return calls, we additionally waited in the queue for a solid 2 hours, mostly because lightning lanes that hadn't been called throughout the shutdown were now taking precedence over virtual queue. It's a good idea to have Disneyland as your starting park if riding this attraction is important to you, because if you have to wait for the 1 p.m. boarding group opportunity and then a breakdown happens, you're likely not going to get on the ride. There are tons of interactive portions of the queue. There are also a lot of fun Easter eggs like significant dates, hidden Mickeys, and more. Think of the queue as part of the ride and take in all the parts of it as you wander through. There is so much to see. Pay attention to all the clever movie posters hanging on the walls. Each is a spoof of familiar classics like The Parent Trap, The Rocketeer, High School Musical, Hocus Pocus, and lots more. Once you get into the pre-show, you are almost there. Now it's time to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. After the pre-show, you'll enter into the final stretch of the queue, which is basically a loading area. Be advised, children of all ages can ride, even newborns. There is also disability access, but those who wish to ride must be able to move from a wheelchair or scooter onto the benched seats in the ride vehicle. Take note. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is located in Toon Town in Disneyland. Toon Town has been closed since March of 2022 when Disneyland began a reimagining of the land. Most of the stable portions of the land will remain, but areas of the land have been given major facelifts like grassy spots, new trees and flower beds, new shops and dining opportunities, and more. I was super excited to see that they had kept a lot of the portions of the Toon Town play area that had existed previously. My kids are going to be so excited about that. Roger Rabbit's Toon Town spin will remain as it was, while Gadget's Go Coaster will be rethemed as Chip 'n Dale's Gadget Go Coaster. The Fab Five will have updates to their homes like interactive areas, splash pads, and more. The grand reopening of Toon Town is scheduled for March 8th, 2023. If you are visiting Disneyland before the reopening of Toon Town, you can explore the parts of Toon Town that are currently reopened around the Runaway Railway ride, but only if you have a virtual queue. No one without an active boarding group is allowed back into the area. Cast members are checking each person's credentials before they enter the land. I just want to mention that if you don't know what a virtual queue is, you may want to go back and watch our previous video on how to get a virtual queue. This is something that you need to know if you're wanting to ride this ride and you don't want to mess it up and realize when you get there that you don't know what you're supposed to do. That's all the tips and info we have about our experience with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Stay tuned for some clips from the actual ride. We saved them until the end so we wouldn't give you spoilers if you don't want them. If you don't want to see them, just skip to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, congratulations! Thanks for watching. If you like our channel, please hit the like button on this video and consider subscribing so you don't miss upcoming content.